Oftentimes, life is demanding, stressful, and just won't stop. When needing to take a break, we like to light up the charcoal and crack open a cold one. The Grilling to Get Away podcast is an ongoing conversation about all things barbecue and grilling, from our backyard to yours. So if you sometimes don't know what the heck you're doing, if you like to learn, and if you don't take yourself too seriously, you're in the right spot. Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast. And I'm here with my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, man, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. A little rainy day today in the basement. Making sure that we get the podcast in here this week before we head up to Cranberry Fest.
Cranberry Fest, man. It's going to be busy, Greg.
That's what I hear. Everybody tells us it's nonstop people coming up to check out the booths and stuff.
Well, that's should be fun. This is something we've never been here before. We've never done this event.
This is the furthest north we've ever done an event, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's in beautiful Warrens,
Wisconsin. Yeah, so if you're in the area, please come stop by, say hi.
Cranberry Fest.
We'll be there.
Come find us.
What, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
And Sunday, yeah.
Every day. It starts at 7:30.
7 a.m. Right away, bright and early, 7 a.m.
It starts at 7 or 7:30?
I thought it's 7. Well, we're going to be there anyways, so if you come up to the booth at 7, we'll be there.
We'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be ready to go. Hopefully. That's a little early for you, Greg.
That's really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get my beauty sleep.
Yep.
But looking forward to that. And then looking forward to the podcast today, chatting with you.
Man, me too. I wanted to ask you, I didn't know this until I was letting my kids know what was for lunch on Monday, but it was National Cheeseburger Day.
Yeah.
Did you make any cheeseburgers?
I didn't make any cheeseburgers, but I did throw the question out there on our Facebook page. If you follow us on Facebook, Burn Pit BBQ, I asked, what is your favorite cheeseburger topping?
Oh, interesting.
A lot of different answers to that.
So you knew it was National Cheeseburger Day.
I did, yeah. And
just decided, 1, not to text me about it, and 2, not to make any cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
Man, that's a real 1-2 punch right there, isn't it, Greg?
What, did you make cheeseburgers?
Heck yeah, I did, man. It's National Cheeseburger Day. What kind of a question is that?
So let me pull up some of these, going over to the old Facebook here and seeing what kind of answers we got for what's your favorite cheeseburger topping. I do recall seeing a lot of bacon.
Ooh, it's always good. Yep.
Pickles. A lot of people like pickles on there. Tomatoes. A lot of onions too. Some raw onions. I like some raw onions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that weird to you? Do not.
It's not. No.
Okay.
Some ones that maybe were outside the box.
Okay, I like these. What do we got?
Euro meat.
Euro meat on top of your cheeseburger?
On top of your cheeseburger.
Meat on top of meat.
Yep.
All right.
An egg.
Okay. It's kind of a Wisconsin thing.
I think so. Some blue cheese. People like their blue cheese on their cheeseburgers. Let's see here. Mayonnaise. I saw a few mayonnaise in there.
Man, that's funny. My mom loves a good olive burger.
Olive, like putting olives on it?
Yeah. So like you'll do like some mayonnaise and like green olives.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't say that I'm a fan, but yeah, she seems to like that.
Yeah. So those were the big ones, I'd say. I saw some people like avocado on it.
Okay.
Those were kind of the big ones there, I'd say. What about you? What's your favorite topping, Ben, on a cheeseburger?
Let's see. Favorite topping on a cheeseburger. I'm a big fan of pickles, as you know.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what can you tell me about Ben?
When you introduce me,
he likes pickles.
He likes his pickles.
Yeah,
he does like his pickles, all kinds. Let's see, man. I don't think you can go wrong with a good like bacon cheeseburger. Like it takes me back to the day that we made those giant cheeseburgers in the garage.
Monster burgers.
They were huge, man. They were the best.
With bacon and cheese whips.
Cheese whips. We didn't put anything else on it.
That was pretty
just
much
cheese, bacon.
Yeah.
Do we use any kind of cheddar cheese at all, or did we just do the whips? I think we just did the whips.
Did the whips, yeah.
Yeah.
So cheese whips are like big long strings of cheese, not like string
like
cheese.
Mozzarella. It was like
it was like mozzarella, but like not as thick. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit stringier, like shoelace, almost like a shoelace thickness to it.
Yeah.
And put a bunch of those on top. Yeah. Those were good times, man.
man,
Good
that was-
times.
that was
It was
awesome,
raining
man.
that day too.
It was- yeah, we
were
sat in
doing
my
it
garage.
your garage.
We were in the garage, smoked some cigars.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was a Veterans Day.
Was it? I had
know.
off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Well, I don't know. We were both off,
Mhm.
and we decided, hey, let's get
Let's do
together
it,
and hang
yeah.
out. So that's what we did. Monster burgers. That was
Imagine
that
that.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was like a half-pound patty. just cut like a pound of beef in half and put it into a patty. Yeah,
Oh,
ate
God,
two
they
of
were
them.
good. Yeah, they were so good.
Yeah.
You had a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, I
that day,
did.
you
I sure
savage.
did.
Animal,
It's a
man.
pound of beef.
That was. I think that was kind of right around the time that it was shortly before that your wife had started going plant based.
Yeah, probably.
So
yeah, I was like, I had a lot
you're-
of beef in the freezer. I was like, gotta eat this.
Your meat intake was limited, so it was like,
Gotta get it in.
yeah.
She's gone. She's at work. I'm coming over with the
I'm
pound of
coming
beef.
over. We gotta do this at your house, not allowed at my
We
house.
got the cheese whips.
And I think you brought the bacon too, man.
I brought it all.
Yeah, okay. I need
Good
to come
time.
over.
Yeah.
come over.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I'd say I do love some raw onions, but I also do love some sautéed onions.
I
on
love
it.
sautéed onions too.
Especially if you're doing like a smash burger with some
Yep.
cheese. You know, you
Yeah.
can saute up some onions right
Mhm.
away, crisp them up just a little bit.
Yep.
Ooh, real good, real good.
Yeah, I like so yesterday. So I told you we did smash burgers. I used pepper jack cheese. I used your method to a certain degree. So we had talked about this previously about how you smash them and then season it. So
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's.
I had I took the meat out in the morning, let it unthaw obviously, and then around 2:00, maybe closer to 3:30, I put it on a plate, put some beer on it because I wanted a little bit of the beer flavor.
You love the beer
I-
on there.
Well, I love it in the
Do you-
smash burgers and stuff.
Do you feel it? Do you still get the flavor of the beer when you do
Mhm.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I think so I haven't done it like this really before where I poured the beer and kind of let it soak in there. Typically I'll pour it into the cast iron if I use the cast iron and let it like smash the burger into the beer, and I feel like you get a lot more of the beer flavor out of that rather than doing it this way. So I was trying it out. And I did season it with a little bit of pepper and some of our all-purpose garlic seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
But then I smashed it. I used the meat sheet
Yeah.
and the smasher. So smashed them down, and then I seasoned. I did some of them with Fire in the Hole, and then for the kids, I did our all rations, so our all-purpose.
All purpose.
seasoning.
Yep. Nice.
Mhm. So it was good, man.
What'd you think? I mean,
I liked it.
Did you notice any big difference between seasoning the meat beforehand and then seasoning it as you smash it down?
Yeah, you definitely kind of got, I think, more of that seasoning flavor out of it that way
Okay.
by seasoning it like kind of 'cause-
Afterwards.
yeah.
Like as you put it on, then you
Mhm.
season it. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like I keep it simple. That's how I do it. Season it like as I'm smashing it down or
Yeah.
whatever. Now, if I'm doing like a traditional burger, like
Yeah.
a big thick
Mhm.
patty, I'll season it beforehand. Within the mixture of the meat, and then maybe even a little bit afterwards. As I form the patties, so it
Mhm.
can sit down there a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if I'm feeling froggy and I'm gonna
There we
leave,
go.
I'll
Yeah,
put a
like-
little bit more seasoning on right before I put it on the
Look at
grill.
that. Okay.
So, but yeah, if
It's,
I'm doing a big patty, I'm gonna season it a little bit beforehand. If I'm doing smash burgers, man, it's just so thin. I'm just doing it right there as I'm putting it on.
Okay. Well, it's a grill tip from Greg right there.
Right there, write it down.
Yep.
Mark it down.
Mark it down. No, that's interesting, man. So if you were to do kind of those thicker ones like that too, would you still do it on the meat sheet?
I've thought about that.
Yeah.
I like just putting it right on the grate, but if you want to get a nice sear to it,
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
I would do it on the meat sheet.
Yeah. I used Greg. I used the meat sheet this past week again too for some round steaks that we had.
Nice.
And so I put them in that, put like kind of a nice like steer
Yeah.
to it.
I did some round steaks as well,
Oh,
but I didn't do it
yeah.
on the grill. I did it on the cast iron and on the stove
Okay.
as a quick kind of cook for dinner.
I was doing these for tacos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some steak tacos and real. I mean,
Mhm.
man, it was fast,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh,
it's
sure. The
just
round steaks are
yeah, and
pretty
God,
thin and.
almost like with the meat sheet too, man. You could almost just like, man, heat that thing up and then just put it on like the table and
Let
pop
it
'em on
sizzle.
there. Yeah, let it sizzle and flip it real quick. Like, I mean, you're talking like,
Yeah.
I was like a minute aside.
Yeah, it gets hot, and then the round
Doesn't
steaks
work.
are pretty thin. So
just fast.
why'd you season them, man? Did you have like a homemade taco or fajito mix or something?
No,
like that?
I just used some pepper and fire in the hole.
Okay,
A
yeah.
little bit of
Simple.
garlic season. Yeah, I just kept it
Then-
real basic and stuff.
Nice.
Nothing too crazy. I wasn't looking for anything too crazy on
Mhm.
these.
Did you do anything else like that you'd want to talk about here on the podcast today since the last time we talked?
No, nothing crazy, man. I did just some New York strips and
Getting after the steaks, huh?
I was, yeah. Well, it was 9/11. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's cook today. Let's do something kind of nice.
Sure.
So we did that with some potatoes.
Mhm,
And the potatoes I did in the tin foil.
Okay.
So nothing wild.
Nothing
man.
crazy,
No, I
just-
haven't done anything too crazy. Just enough to kind of get out, grill,
Yeah. Oh,
man,
yeah.
enjoy it. It's football started. We have fall
Yeah.
kicking officially turning this week. So just kind of trying to savor those last few days of summer and
Mhm.
take it in all the chances I can. Like the past few podcasts we've done, it's been raining a bit on us.
Yeah.
And
It's been beautiful weather here.
besides that,
Yeah.
it's great. Like there's no reason not to get out and grill. So any chance I can, I'm still kind of trying to get out and take advantage of the beautiful weather. you
Yeah,
know?
man. Yeah,
So-
for sure. I mean, I've been busting out the crock pot actually quite a bit over the past
Ooh,
week. Yeah.
There you go.
I did the steaks. I actually did a skirt steak too yesterday on the cast iron.
Okay.
But what I wanted to talk to you about today, though,
Man, I'm so excited. This is a topic I knew you were excited because you texted me about it yesterday.
Yeah,
So this is something very near and dear to Greg's heart.
sure is chili.
Chili.
Yeah,
Just
I was
near and
like-
dear to his heart because it clogs his arteries.
Yeah, sure does. No, I just thought it'd be a great topic to talk about.
It's a great time.
Because fall, the weather's starting to turn a little bit, so you're starting to get into more of those heartier meals. And chili is just a fantastic fall winter type of meal that I wanted to talk about, man.
I love it. I'm excited. I was like, okay, well, man, usually we're very unprepared for this podcast.
Just
if
let
you
it
can't
flow
tell.
if you can't tell.
But yeah, this is one you texted me like, hey man, you want to do a podcast tomorrow? I said, sure. You go, let's talk about chili. Not even like, do you want it? It was like, let's talk about chili.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're like,
Sounds
did
good.
you make chili? And I was like, no. Why do I need to make chili to talk about chili? I don't know. But I'm making chili
I
right
didn't know
now.
if it was like, exactly. I didn't know if it was one of those things that was just, you had made it. It was on your mind. You were, you had done one over the weekend.
It's always on my chili is always on.
It sure is, and that's one of those things. So it's funny you say this, man, because when I left, it was a year ago this week that I left to go to boot camp.
Yeah.
And chili was one of the last things I did on the grill.
And it was one of the first things I did on the grill after you left.
Was it really?
Yeah, I did the over the top chili with the chuck roast.
Huh, nice. I think was that the one you sent? You sent pictures.
I sent
of
pictures of it
That's
to you.
right,
Yeah.
All right. Just rub
So
it in my
so
face.
chili's on my mind. Obviously,
Chili
it's
is,
that
yeah.
time of year.
It sure is, man.
That was one of my best chilies I've ever made.
That's awesome too. I wanted to talk about that too. It made me think about it. I was trying to remember. I was like, man, did he use a chuck roast for that?
I did.
Like,
I used a chuck roast for it.
I like that. I like using different cuts of meat for it. Instead of I'm always a huge fan of the traditional chili, man. I'm always a huge fan. And like, it's so funny. Like even today, man, I was like, before we started this podcast, I was thinking about kind of the different cooks I've done with chili and on the grill. And like, it took me back to, I remember like one of the times, I don't know why I did it, Greg, but I was doing it in like a big tin pan. Okay. So I put all my ingredients in.
Yeah.
Everything, like the beans, like I had the whole concoction ready to go. with the raw meat, and I put it out there on there, and I came back inside, and I said to my wife, I'm not sure how this is gonna be, and she said, well, why? You should be fine. I was like, well, this is what I did, and like she goes, why would you do that? I said, I don't know. Like, I regret it already.
Have pizza on standby? Was it one of those?
It was fine. It turned out okay.
Okay.
Just it took a while and stuff. But it was like the biggest thing, man, was like I obviously should have done the meat either first, separate by itself, but I put it all in together and I just let it run. I was like, everything will just mix together. Let everyone get to know each other.
Everybody get to know each other.
You know?
Get that raw meat in there.
Yeah. So I was like,
so was it beef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just did like some ground beef.
Okay.
So it was like,
you get a lot of that grease though.
I did. It wasn't too bad because like, with us going with the cow and stuff, like this has been like probably 3 years ago.
Right. Okay.
So it was a pretty lean cow.
Yeah.
I remember like that beef, like it had to have been like 90-10 maybe, man. Like it was just so clean.
Mm-hmm.
And that cow, like I remember like had like no grease to it whatsoever. So thankfully,
yeah,
like it turned out okay, but it was like one of those things too. Like when you're cooking the meat like that, it doesn't kind of crisp up, right? Like it doesn't get kind of that.
Yeah, you don't get a little like char.
Char to it or anything. Mm-hmm. And so I remember like I was thinking about that today. I just kind of like laughed. I was like, man, I can't wait to tell Greg this story.
You've come a long way in your chili making process, huh?
Yeah, but
so I've got a chili going right now. I'm using the crock pot though. Like I do want to talk about that over the top chili.
I do too,
because we haven't talked about that.
I wasn't
don't
here.
think since
besides you sending me pictures and making me feel like a piece of trash.
Yeah.
Like, look what I'm making.
Look at what I'm making. So today I got the crock pot rolling. I have like extra soup meat from the cow. Like you get a lot of soup meat. So I was like, what can I use this for? I was like, let's do some chili with it. So. Okay. I took it off the bone. I cut it up into kind of like 1 inch, like half inch cubes, so to speak. I seared it up in the cast iron. So I put a little bit of butter down in the cast iron, put the meat in there.
Like kind of go hot and fast?
Yeah, I wanted to sear it up. I'm just browning it. I'm not cooking it all the way through. Because the cooking process will finish when it's in the crock pot.
So this is like after you cut it up. You didn't like leave it in there, like leave it whole.
No.
Sear them, and then
because I wanted as much of that sear on all the sides of the meat. So I cut it up, put it in the cast iron, put a little bit of cumin. I put a little bit of chili powder, and then some of our Fire in the Hole spicy seasoning, and I browned it up. Wanted to wait for those aromatics, you know what I mean? Like it starts smelling real good.
Yeah, sure, yeah. The aromatherapy.
Yeah. As cutting up my onion, my green pepper, and then putting like the beans. Yes, beans go in my chili into the crock pot.
Hold on. Is there a reason why you felt like you needed to say that?
Well, there's this huge debate, Ben. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but
now, Greg.
Some people believe that beans do not go in the chili.
Yeah.
And some people, the right people, think that beans go in the chili.
So I have heard this debate, Greg.
Okay.
I think you and I have talked about it before.
I think we have too.
But that's why I asked. I wanted you to explain why you felt the need to throw out there that beans do go in your chili. So do you go traditional like with kidney beans?
Yeah, so we'll go black beans, we'll go kidney beans. Mm-hmm. Those are the type of two that we like to use here.
Sure.
Now I know down south, traditional, Texas style chili doesn't have any beans in it or whatever. But up here in the Midwest, we like a little hearty chili, so we'll put beans in there.
We got to put our winter weight on,
Yeah, it gets cold here.
So
yeah,
chili's a great help.
We do not discriminate against the beans.
Oh.
So if
beans
you
good.
like them,
meat
great,
good.
Do it. If you don't, great. I don't need to hear about it. I already know.
Here we go.
So. Put the beans in there. But after the meat was browned up just enough, then you dump that in the crock pot. Put a little bit more salt, pepper, a little bit more chili powder in there, and then a little bit of barbecue sauce this time I tried.
Interesting.
So
what'd you go with?
I went with our QRF. So
more
our
traditional.
Our bold sauce, a couple tablespoons in there, and then just some beef broth, and then some crushed or some
diced
tomatoes.
Yeah. Do you go with like the rotel with the chili peppers in it?
No,
like
I
tomato?
don't. Just
okay.
Sometimes I have used the fire roasted
Yep.
tomatoes that come in the can there. But
I'd like those for an option if you are doing it
Yeah.
inside, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, but then it's up there right now cooking, in the crock pot. That's what I love about the crock pot, especially if I got stuff going on, like I'm doing a podcast, like I don't have to go out to the smoker sometimes, or if I got to go pick up the kids, I can just let it roll, you know what I mean?
Let it roll.
So that's what I got going on today, but I want to talk to you about that over the top.
Real quick, man, I want to say I like your creativity.
Thank you. Yeah, sometimes when I'm in the mode, I'm just like, okay, what can I do? And if you ask me what my measurements are, like I'm like, I just put in how much I feel.
Yeah, one of those days.
One of those days. I don't know. I feel like I need some cumin in this one.
Sure.
A little bit. I think I need a lot of chili powder in this one. So that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
So what kind of question you got? What were you gonna ask me?
That was it, man.
Oh, that was it. Okay. It was more of a statement. You like my creativity.
Yeah, I didn't say I had a question.
I thought you said you had a question.
No, I said I wanted to say something for you.
Okay.
Quick. But like I do like that you use, like, even with the over the top, the chuck roast and stuff, man. Using the chuck roast, using the soup meat. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the traditional, but I think it's always fun to kind of mix it up a bit. And I'll be honest, like I love different chicken chilies.
Yeah.
Even if you can just kind of smoke up the chicken a bit and make a chili with it and stuff, I love it. It just adds, like, that smoke flavor just adds just that little bit,
Yeah.
what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you don't always have time, to sit there and babysit the grill and stuff like that. But that's where you can kind of, you don't have to do the whole thing on there, just kind of a main part. And you've done that before.
Yeah. I've smoked some stuff and then brought it inside.
Yeah.
Put it in the crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
Vegetables, really, like when I do a chili, sometimes I'll smoke the vegetables and then I'll put it in the crock pot.
I've done it where, like, typically I do the meat.
Yeah.
Just the meat, and then I'll bring it in and do the rest together.
Whatever you like to do. Yeah.
The meat and the vegetables, and then bring it in, or just kind of those something quick to just give it enough of what you're looking for.
Yeah. So I had this chuck roast last fall, and I was like, what can I use to do, this chuck roast? I've done over the top chili before, but I've used ground beef.
Okay.
And I didn't like that because in that one you got the grease that's dripping down into the pan. So over the top chili means, like, whatever meat you're cooking, you have your pan underneath it, with your tomatoes, beans, whatever you put in your chili, right? So all the other stuff except for the meat. So I've done it where I did the ground beef first. So you make a ball, you put it on a grate just on top of the whatever dish you're cooking the rest of the stuff in. So you let it smoke and heat up. I didn't like the beef so much because, like I said, like all that grease drops down into thing. So I had a chuck roast. So I was like, well, can I do like a chuck roast over the top chili? And I did. And I put the video out there on YouTube. So if you go out to our YouTube page, Burn Pit BBQ, you can see the video. But I also have the recipe on our website.
Perfect.
And this was one of the best chilies I've ever done, man. It was everything went well. It was a beautiful fall day. Kids were back in school. Ben was gone. He wasn't bothering me.
Had nothing but time.
I had nothing but time. So I'm like, let's do this. I even made some cornbread with it.
Look at that, man.
Some jalapeno cornbread.
You sent me a picture of that too.
I did, yeah.
Sticking in my face.
It was delicious. But so I used the homemade chili powder or homemade chili seasoning that I made. I rubbed it down with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then you'll need, like, when you're doing over the top, you'll need like a roasting rack or something like that, especially with the meat that you put it on there, and then like a large pan for whatever you're smoking with it. So like when you're doing your other stuff, your kidney beans, your northern beans, or whatever, your tomatoes and stuff, like you'll want to put that underneath it. So you need a pan. And then because of my roasting rack, and I was doing this on the Weber, the kettle.
Okay.
I took a couple bricks and I stacked them up so I could put the rack on top of them, and then the meat just sits right over the pan.
Okay. So
the meat wasn't touching the stuff in the bottom. I had it up above so it could get smoke all around.
Yeah. Okay. And were you just have this in like a tin, like throwaway pan?
Yeah, it was
The
a tin
other
pan.
Okay.
Yeah, tin pan. And I seasoned the chuck roast with our Memphis style. And then the seasoning, the chili seasoning went into the pan underneath.
Gotcha. All right, man. So when you're doing this, right? Like, did you have any issue with running into the meat being too close to like the lid?
No, man, it worked out really good.
Okay.
It worked out really good. Where I had the rack was just right underneath. It fit in right. It was one of those racks that's made for Weber kettles, so it kind of has a curve to it already. And no, it just fit in there perfectly. So the lid didn't rise up at all or anything like that. It wasn't touching the lid. The meat wasn't touching the lid either. So it sat real nice underneath there.
Okay.
It was a roasting rack, and you can also flip it around where if you're doing multiple racks of ribs, you can put the ribs in the slits there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it worked out really well. Like I was very pleased with the setup. And again, if you want to see the setup, you can go out to our website and just type in chuck roast chili. But I was smoking it at 300, so this was a smoking a long one.
Were you doing it like a snake method? Were you like
this one? Yeah, this
indirect.
One.
You use snake method.
Snake method.
Okay.
And, I wanted it to go around so I could hit the meat at all.
Well, that's why I wasn't sure what you would do, just because of you have those vegetables and everything underneath it, right? So like you don't want those necessarily just sitting there burning.
Burning, yeah.
Like that's tough.
Yeah, no. This one was. I was doing the snake. You could also do like if you had enough room, you could do like indirect. But no, because this was on the kettle, limited space. I wanted the heat on both sides of it. I didn't want it directly underneath, so that's what I opted for.
I'm surprised you didn't go with the Smoky Mountain for that.
That one's not as big, so I have an 18-inch Smoky Mountain, and then the 22-inch kettle, so
Right,
a little bit more space.
I was just thinking because you have like the water pan, right? So you could have like the vegetables because you got the 2 layers.
Yeah, I got the 2 layers there.
So I figured you would have put the one, the pan underneath it, and then the meat on that top layer.
Yeah, I didn't want that much space in between the two because with the Smoky Mountain, there's a little bit more space between the two, right?
Yep.
So I didn't want to do that. I wanted it kind of a little bit closer. I guess I could have rigged it up where I was using it, but I just had more surface space on the kettle than I did with the Smoky Mountain.
What makes you want to have it closer to the pan?
Well, then it just drips right, close right down there. There's no chance for it to lose out on any of that flavor. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay.
But if you had it on the Smoky Mountain, wouldn't it have been like, you have the pan there right underneath it?
No, I wouldn't do that. There's too much chance for a mess too, man.
You think so? Where's it gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta reach down in there and stuff. Too much variability there, man. When I just have to take the lid off of the kettle.
You talking about like for the vegetables and stuff?
Vegetables, and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to drop it down too far, so I have to go and pick it up and bring it out. Like this was like all I had to do is take the top off the kettle, and then I could move stuff around.
Did you occasionally stir the vegetables as well?
Yeah, I'd stir it up.
How was it with the rack on top of it like that?
Oh, it was easy. I mean, if I just wanted to, I could just easily move it. Put my gloves on so I didn't burn myself. But
smart.
Smart.
Got a grill tip from
there you go. Don't do that. But I mean, you're smoking it. So I'm smoking at 300, and I'm waiting for it to get to about 140, 150 internal temp. And that's when I removed it and then cut it up. And then you put it back into the chili and then smoke it a little bit longer. Maybe another 30 minutes. So it turned out great, man. Like the chuck roast, the smoke in the chuck roast right on top of like the chili meatiness, of it. And then you cut it up a little bit and then you put it right back in there. So it was nice and tender.
Yeah.
Got that nice smoke flavor to it.
What kind of chips did you use?
Oh, let's see. What did I use here? I'm just looking at the. I don't think I put it in here.
No, man. All right, so that's fine. What I would say, like, we've got some awesome Jack Daniel's chips. That would be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go again. Like, it depends on how much smoke you want. Like,
right.
I love a good pecan
Sure.
wood.
Nice light.
I'll go with a hickory maybe.
Hickory, yeah. I would say,
with this one, I wouldn't go too dark.
I won't go too sweet either. I don't think I would have
Yeah.
gone like apple or cherry.
No. I mean, stick to the basics, a lighter smoke, and you should be good to go.
Mhm.
Especially we like stuff with smoke in it. So if you're serving it to people that you're having guests over or whatever, you might want to keep it a little bit lighter. But
It sounds like their problem.
yeah, right. Yeah. But no, I mean, it turned out fantastic. Put the meat back in there, stir it up a little bit. Add some beef stock if you need to, but then smoke it for another 30 minutes, and then it's already good to go. Everything's cooked through, it's heated up, and then serve. I don't know. Do you do noodles with your chili at all?
Man, so I was gonna make fun of you for that.
Are you gonna make fun of me just for that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I don't. I mean, I grew up without noodles and stuff. Like I've got a buddy, I know a guy who, man, when they do chili, it's like he doesn't even use a spoon. He just uses saltine crackers.
Yeah.
So he just eats the whole bowl
Well, there's a
with
big,
saltine crackers.
that's.
But no, I made me laugh because I wanted to share that
Yeah,
story with you too.
I might have to do that, but
I knew
I'll have to check my sodium levels after that.
You'll be okay.
Okay.
I can just see you with that whole crock pot. Man,
Yeah, just
getting one of those
big wooden spoons. Yeah.
and one of those 4 packs of saltines.
Yeah,
and
just
going to
crushing
town.
it. Yeah. Now I grew up with
Noodles. Man.
Noodles,
It's so
man.
weird to me. And my wife is the same.
Yeah.
So like we'll go to make chili, and she's like, "Well, what noodles do we have downstairs?" I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? We're making chili. Here, what are you gonna make mac
Yeah.
and cheese? Like, what do you mean?"
Yeah.
So they do noodles too.
Yeah.
What is your preferred noodle?
You got to go with the elbow noodles. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Well, I've also seen with like the little circle ones,
yeah.
which is I don't know. I mean, it's been good.
Sure.
But
But this one I didn't. This is so good, meaty.
no noodles.
No noodles on this one, man. But we
so-
always have the option, so there's
Okay.
always noodles available if
Yep.
you like noodles with it, but you don't have to have noodles.
Sure.
with it.
Okay.
So that's kind of how we've been going recently. Hey, do you want noodles? No, I'm good. I'm just gonna eat the
Sounds
chili.
more
here.
like spaghetti to me, man.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you could see that. But the famous Skyline chili out of Cincinnati, they got noodles in it. So it all depends on where you go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, beans, no beans.
Yeah. Noodles. No noodles.
It all depends on what you like, man.
So all right. So do you add cheese to your chili?
Oh yeah, so toppings for chili.
All right, man. So toppings. Do you do anything specific? Like, is there like a go-to that you always use, like cheese, man? Like, if we do chili, I'm pulling cheese out.
Yeah. I used to be that way. So I used to put in a lot of cheese, sour cream,
A dollop.
a dollop of solid, even maybe some raw onions chopped up. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
like just like yellow onions, like your traditional onions.
yeah, just whatever onions we got, like except for red. Not
Well,
that.
yeah, that's fair.
not. But like if I got white or yellow or whatever.
I'm more like green. Like I love.
Oh, yeah?
like green onions, like kind of raw green
Sure,
onions
yeah.
on top, like scallions.
Scallions,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the go-tos. But recently, you've been rubbing off on me. Like I just put some jalapenos in there.
Oh, man.
Maybe put a little bit
Some
more
good.
hot sauce in
Yeah,
there.
heck yeah.
Turn
Turn it up a touch.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I don't put as much cheese or sour
Yeah.
cream in there as much anymore.
Good, man.
But no. What about you? You said you like the scallions or whatever.
I do.
Cheese.
Cheese good. It kind of depends. I'll be honest. It depends on what kind of chili I go with.
Yeah.
So like I told you, I'm a big fan of like chicken chilies, and there's I've got a recipe that my mom uses.
Okay.
And then I read like that one is I think I've talked about it on the podcast
Yeah, I think
before, like using like a salsa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really easy. And then the other one is a white chicken chili
Yeah.
that I've done, and that recipe is from my mother-in-law.
Okay.
So like kind of
Really?
typically for those, man, I'm really not adding a whole lot.
Okay.
Maybe a little cheese and stuff, but not.
What about like hot sauce and stuff? You put a lot. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Now we're talking. Yeah, I love spicing up, but usually it just kind of depends too. Like there's times, and I talked to you about this not too long ago, and you made fun of me for it.
Sounds about right.
Per
usual.
Yep.
Mhm.
But like there's times where I'll use like a Bloody Mary mix
Yeah. Yeah.
and put that in there, and even with kind of with
You
that
just
too.
put
Like,
some vodka in there too with you.
Hey, maybe I will.
Maybe, yeah,
man.
okay.
Just sit there and drink it.
Yeah, yep.
And drink my dinner anyway. Nah, man. But like it depends on like how spicy it is and stuff already. With the chili powder, I'm a big fan of using fire in the hole on a lot of things.
Yeah, spicy.
And I'll use our hot brass, so our garlic habanero hot sauce. And like I'll put that in there at the beginning of the cook usually. So it just depends. Just depends on absolutely if I want to turn it up a bit and stuff, then I'll add like some jalapenos. I think that's awesome. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll also add some hot sauce.
Nice.
I'm a big fan too of using like kind of those diced tomatoes with the chilies in it and adding like a kick that way. So, yeah, man, I don't think you can go wrong. I like my chili spicy.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do too. But I also like a nice hearty one that doesn't have as much spice to it.
See, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that just like they need their 5-alarm chili or whatever it is.
I don't say I'm that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a 5-alarm chili.
Yeah. All right.
But usually at least a 3.
Like we talked to a lot of people that like they'll put like a little drop of Reaper, pepper in their chili or whatever like that, and it's you just need one drop for an entire batch because it's so hot. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Burns your throat off. Yeah. We've talked to quite a few people that talk about that, or they use like that one guy who he made like that salsa. I think what did he say? Like 28 different chilies or peppers.
Yeah,
something crazy. And I was like, I should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
I've been
Tell us about that.
I've been there. You're gonna have to tell me about that. But I think he said he used that for like a chili. He's like, let me tell you, that was hot. I think he said his exact words are like, that was hot both on the way in and the way out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So it's like, oh, okay.
Sounds like the conversations we had with people.
I was like, I can imagine. It sounds making me sweat just think about it.
Yeah. Now, what about sides? So do you do any sides with it? Like I made cornbread with this one. It was great. Like, and I smoked
dip it.
No, man, just on the side.
Just on the side. Okay.
Just a nice little palate cleanser, I guess you could say. A little. I put some jalapenos in it too, so it was a little spicy cornbread.
Sure.
But that was the first time doing cornbread with it, so I liked it and enjoyed it. I just followed like the directions on the package. I had some pre-made stuff or whatever, but I smoked it, put it on the smoker, and made it. It turned out real good. What about you? Like any sides like that you usually do with your chili?
No, not typically, man. I don't
just dive right in
just
there. Don't need a second dish with it.
Not usually. Usually I'm there for the kind of the main thing.
Sure.
So and just jump head first into some chili.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's times too like I'll use, like I said, sometimes we'll go with saltines.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll have just like some tortilla chips.
Yeah.
There's times where I'll crunch some tortilla chips and put that in there.
Okay.
But no sides. I don't. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. So all right. So if you were to do sides, besides cornbread, what else would you do?
Yeah, like probably not much else.
Yeah, right. Like
I mean, you got your vegetables in there already.
Yeah.
You got your meat. You got if you're doing noodles, you got noodles. Yeah. Got your cornbread.
This just screams like I can just see you.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally just picture you crushing a giant bowl of chili with cornbread, and then when it's done, literally scraping out it with the cornbread.
Yeah, you're not.
And then
not
literally
lying.
laying down for like a 3-hour nap afterwards.
Yeah, you're not lying.
You're just
there.
being like comatose.
Sounds about right, man.
Yeah.
That's probably what I did with the cornbread. Probably dipped it in there. Probably used another piece to clean out the scraps at the bottom. Man. Sounds about right.
It does, doesn't it? That's spot on.
Not an animal, Ben.
Oh, here we go.
No, but it sounds about right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then, clean it up and then go lay down.
Yep, go lay down. Yeah.
Dad's done for the night.
He's done. Yep. Don't ask him to do anything.
But what chili is usually like, I've found like if you smoke it or if you got some nice peppers in there, like the next day chili is the flavors, like because they have a little bit more time to kind of
get to know each other.
Yeah. And their personality comes out.
Yeah.
But the second day, the next day, even cold, like man, just delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You do anything special with leftover chili, or you just kind of just
Same.
spoon it in the bowl,
Spoon
heat
in
it
the
up,
bowl.
and then get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, do you do?
No,
What
man.
else
like-
would you do with it?
No, I don't know. How's that?
Yeah,
I don't even know if there's something I don't even know about. But yeah, if you make a bunch, you freeze it, and then you pop it back in the crock pot when you're done and want to heat it back up again. But otherwise, no, man, just heat it back up and get going.
And a lot of times too, like we do make a bunch,
Yeah.
but I don't ever freeze it. I was like, I'm here for the chili.
Yeah.
You know,
You,
it's a t-shirt
lunch.
idea.
Yeah. Okay. Here for the chili.
Here for the chili.
Yeah. So yeah, you just make it, and then kids were having chili for lunch and dinner every
Yeah.
day this week.
Get ready.
Not again, Dad.
Yeah. No, I mean it depends. Like they'll that's kind of why like I don't make it like too spicy. It's because so that they enjoy it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where like you can add like the jalapenos or the hot sauce and stuff
Afterwards,
you
you
know. But
make it to your liking.
yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough, man.
Mhm. But yeah, I love, man, and I don't even care. Like if I'm there for the chili, like when I'm making chili, I'm hoping I get to eat. Like I'm hoping it lasts a week. It never
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you wake up like, oh man, we got leftover chili.
Chili and eggs.
Yeah. Oh, there you go,
Yeah,
Greg.
yeah. Put a little chili on your eggs.
I take that. I'm trying to think, man. I've done that like once. I've done that once, but that it was great.
Yeah, sure.
'Cause it was like one of those two where we didn't have like much left.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
Just have this for breakfast.
let's have some for breakfast. She's
Couple
like, my mom's
scrambled
like,
eggs, some
chili.
chili.
You want chili for breakfast? Hell yeah, let's get some eggs going.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Fry up a little bacon with that too.
Oof.
Ooh.
I'd do that on top too. You talked about,
Yeah.
make a little
Chop up some bacon and throw
Yeah.
it on there.
Mhm.
That's a good topping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anything else when it comes as we get into chili season here? Like, have you been eyeing up any recipes or like anything different that you might want to try out?
Man, I haven't. I'll be honest. Like, I'm so excited.
Pumpkin spice chili.
No, screw that. I'm not even gonna lie. That just makes me mad. You get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
Probably. I bet you if you typed it in though, you probably find
You probably
a billion
could, yeah.
recipes.
You probably could. No, I really like the idea of like kind of mixing it up a touch and using like different cuts of meat for it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. It's a good way to, you kind of mix like traditional versus new and try new things.
Yeah.
Right?
See if something pops out for you.
Yeah, I love the cornbread idea. It's something that's been on my mind for a while. For Christmas, my wife got me that cornbread recipe book, and I haven't done anything out of it yet.
Yeah.
So I'm a disappointment there. But no, man, I love using the cast iron for the chili.
Yeah.
That was before I left. I used it and I loved it because like I started off, I did it. I learned from my mistakes.
Sure did.
I did the meat first, and then kind of just like gradually threw like more stuff in, and just kind of kept it going. It was like, and like once the meat's cooked, man, like I didn't even care. I think the lowest I got down to was like 200 for my temp. And at that point, I'm just kind of letting everything just settle.
Yeah.
Get in there. Basically, you're just heating it up.
Yeah,
like-
the meat's going to continue to, because it's in the juices and everything, is going to continue to
It was good.
tenderize.
And I really just kind of wanted it to like, I wanted the meat to like crisp up a bit from the cast iron, So I just cooked it, had it real nice and kind of hot at first, right over the coals, crisping it up, stirring it quite a bit, and then put the lid on, close the bottom vents a little bit, just let it calm down, and just, threw in,
keep it warm.
threw in the onions and the, the beans and the peppers, and then like the tomatoes, and eventually kind of, if you do, tomato paste, or if you do like Bloody Mary, or just even just VA juice and stuff, like just kind of get it all in there and just let it ride. It can be as easy as you want it to be, right? Like that's the great thing about it. Like,
yes.
that's literally great. That's a simple chili recipe. Yeah, and you don't really. It's not a lot of work.
Yeah. You could do so many different options with chili. I have been playing around with that idea of doing like a traditional Texas style chili with no beans.
Well, you just got angry earlier in the podcast.
I know,
about
but
it,
like I
and
said,
now
we're
you're
here. We try stuff out. We try
Okay.
new stuff. You never know. I might
Sure,
like it
sure.
better. I don't know, but
You might like it better.
they just said I might. I don't know.
Sure.
I
So
never like it.
I've mixed up the different kinds of beans.
Yeah.
So I've
You got your great northern beans.
I
you
love
got
great northern beans,
you got
navy
your
beans, pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans.
kidney beans. So
Mhm.
many beans.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options and stuff, and again, it's just kind of what you want. But I've mixed up the beans and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Done 3 different kinds of beans.
I've been looking at Dutch ovens too. You know what I mean? Those big cast irons. Doing doing something in there. You know, doing a big batch of chili
That'd be
outside.
nice. Yeah, those would be nice.
On the fire pit or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right over the pit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those, man. You almost like set it down in there.
Yeah, good. But good, man. This is a good episode. I always enjoy talking chili. You know
like
that.
Near and dear to Greg's heart. It really is.
Probably gonna be talking soup soon. It's soup season.
I did. It's funny you mention that. I used that leftover ham, and I made some soup up with it.
Some navy bean and ham.
I didn't
soup.
I said that. My wife was like,
Maybe you don't always need to make navy.
Yeah, it was. She's always very supportive. So I went. We had some leftover, not a ton, but like a little bit of Velveeta cheese. Like, I don't know what I'm really gonna do with this. Well, it pairs well with ham.
Sure does.
So I got a couple bags of frozen vegetables. So I was trying to make this quick. I popped in my head before
like cheese soup.
Yeah. So I just used like I cut up, diced up the ham. That was kind of one of the last things I threw in there. But man, I did, grab some bags. They had like cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots in there. And then I cut up some potatoes because I had it there.
Yeah.
And I just did like probably had 3 to 1, like maybe 2/3 to 1/3, like ratio of like water and did chicken broth. And so a little bit more of the chicken broth than the water, but enough to get the vegetables all submerged and stuff. Got that rolling. Once that was kind of going
on the smoker?
No, I just did it inside.
Okay.
Because the ham was already smoked.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and the ham was spicy because I put the our new
hot sauce on there.
Hot sauce on it, and so I had a good kick to it. And then so I did that, and then I put in the potatoes, let those kind of soften up a little, and then I put the ham in and the cheese in.
Yeah.
And I threw in a can of like Rotel with the mild.
Okay.
Mild.
Almost like a queso.
But, well, it's not that thick. It
okay.
was like a soup. Because, like, I mean, you could have made it thicker.
Sure.
Probably done, like, milk.
Yeah.
And, that and maybe more. But I didn't want to do, like, a ton of Velveeta either. So just kind of give it, like, that cheese taste. But, it was awesome. Kids crushed it.
Good. Did you write the recipe down, Ben?
There's nothing right. I just told you the recipe.
All right. Well, we got a website where we put recipes out there, right?
I wanted to talk to you about it first.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can definitely put that together.
Yeah, leftover ham recipe right there.
It was awesome, man. It was a great soup.
Mm-hmm.
It, like I said, it could have been a little bit thicker, like you said.
Yeah.
But it was like a soup. A little bit more soup.
Good. Everybody liked it?
Man, yeah, Ken's, my daughter took it for lunch today.
Ooh.
Yep, took it for lunch. The rest of it.
God, you always love that, don't you?
Yeah, I was so pumped. She had a thermos, and there wasn't a ton left. And I was like, hey, kid, we got, this is what's for lunch today at school. Because I don't want that day. I said, all right, well, do you want me to heat up some of that soup? She goes, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Let's heat it up then. So
nice.
It was awesome, man. But yeah, I will, I'll make sure and get you that recipe.
I appreciate that.
But no, it was great. Leftover ham. And then I saved the bone too, Greg. And I told you we got one of those, the food savers. So I put that in there, put it in the freezer, and I have stuff to make pea soup.
Ooh.
So give it like another month,
okay.
And then I'll be pulling that out to make some pea soup.
Sounds like we're going to have a soup episode coming up.
Oh, man.
Love it.
Yep. So, but that's, again, man, things, if you're kind of hammed out, it's a lot of ham and stuff. Like,
yeah, get creative with it.
We'll save it. Like you always tell me, you don't have to do it all at once, man.
You don't.
Calm down.
Yeah.
So
settle down.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there gnawing the bone
right
away,
yeah.
The animal. So I saved it, man.
Good, man. So, well, we're going to be going. You guys think plan the next 2 days because we're going to be leaving on Thursday.
Might just do some chicken, some meal prep stuff for the kids, and then while we're gone. But no, nothing.
Yeah, same here.
Too wild.
Maybe we'll see some cool stuff, and we'll talk about it next time.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think a good episode too would be what can you use cranberries with? How to be creative with cranberries?
Yeah, now you're thinking.
Yeah, look at that. I know we've talked to you about. We do have to have an episode where we discuss making our maple whiskey sauce and stuff like that too. So we've got a few options here coming up, buddy. But I think you were spot on with this episode. With again, this is the fall officially kicks off this week. technically on the calendar.
Right.
And it's for us, man. I love fall grilling.
Yeah, it's here in Wisconsin. It's like
beautiful.
the best time.
It's great. Like I can't say enough about it. I mean, obviously we're ones that we cook all year round, but like fall grilling to me it's up there.
Some of the best.
It's right up there with spring. When you're like, gosh, just get that itch to get out and
without it being like negative 30 degrees.
Yeah. But like fall's like, okay, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
hang
on
as
to
much
what you
as
can.
possible.
Yeah, and really just take full advantage of it. So I think a chili episode, man, you can't go wrong.
Right. Everybody loves a little chili.
They really do, and just even add like Greg said, like I mean, it doesn't have to be super complicated.
Right.
And you can use all different kinds of meat. Like I mean, we've talked to people that have done like pulled pork chili.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have leftover meat, you're not sure to do it. Yeah. Use pulled pork.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you need some inspiration, go out to the website. We got a couple recipes out there. But if you have any ideas for us, feel free to reach out to us as well. Like you got a chili recipe, like, man, this is just awesome. Like you guys should try it out.
Well, we need it.
Obviously we need it.
We need it because we can't seem to win at the church competition.
Church competition. Well,
which is rigged.
We've talked about that a few times.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that again.
That's a good idea.
But we're always looking to hone our craft here. Maybe we'll win one day. All right, Ben. Well, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you at Cranberry Fest coming up here. We appreciate everybody listening, continuing to share the podcast, and just the feedback that we've been getting has been great. So we appreciate you all.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have the chance, get out and grill.
Get out there because we can't do it.
Yep.
All right.
Take it easy.